Hi guys, it's good to be back after a short little bit of a break for spring break. But I have a book today called Pigsty, and it's by Mark Teague. I chose it for two reasons. The first one being that now is a great time while we're at home for you to be maybe cleaning up your bedrooms and making them nice and clean. And this is a story about a boy who didn't want to do that and kind of got himself into some trouble. But the other reason is too because they're doing some things in this book, playing games, and I know that some of us are getting a chance to do some of that with our families right now. So they're playing one of my favorite games, which is Monopoly, at one point in the book. So I hope you enjoy Pigsty by Mark Teague. Monday afternoon, Wendell Fultz's mother told him to clean his room. "It's turning into a pigsty," she said. Wendell went upstairs, and much to his surprise, a large pig was sitting on his bed. And look right here. In the corner, you can see somebody's hiding under Wendell's bed. Wendell couldn't believe his luck. Now I can live however I want. He didn't even worry when he came home on Tuesday and found a second pig in his room. The mess had grown a bit worse, but he was able to jam most of it under his bed. "Pigs are all right," he said, "as long as it's only one or two." In fact, they had a wonderful time. They played Monopoly until late each night. "Pardon me," said Wendell, and he shoved some toys into his closet, but the pig didn't seem to mind the mess, and Wendell found that he didn't mind the pig either. He decided to take a break. When Wendell's mother came to look at his room, the pig was hiding under the mess, but the mess was still there, and she threw up her hands. "Okay, Wendell," she said, "if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you." And she left the pieces lying all over the floor. They had a paper airplane wars and pillow fights, and the bed became a trampoline. Then two more pigs showed up, and the mess grew and grew. That night when Wendell went to bed, the pigs were lying everywhere. They rolled up in his blankets, and they hogged his pillows too. Wendell told himself he didn't mind, but then he found hoof prints on his comic book. And Friday, when he got home from school, he saw that someone had been sitting on his basketball, and his baseball cards were chewed up. "That does it," said Wendell. "I've had enough." And he ran downstairs to tell his mother. "Sorry," she said, "but your room is your responsibility." And she handed him a broom. Wendell started to complain. The mess was too huge, but suddenly he remembered a saying he'd heard that many hooves make light work. He marched upstairs and he organized the cleaning crew. They swept and scoured and polished and scrubbed, and later that afternoon Wendell inspected his room and pronounced it clean. In fact, it was a bit too clean from a pig's point of view. So while Wendell inspected, the pigs prepared to go home. One of them made a phone call, and a farm truck came to pick them up. They hugged and grunted and oinked goodbye. From that day on, Wendell kept his room clean. Except for those nights when his friends came by to play Monopoly. And that's the end of our story, Pigsty by Mark Teague. That's the story for today. If you have a messy room at home right now, maybe you could help out by cleaning it up today. I will see you guys again tomorrow.